I'm Letty, and I'm a technical recruiter at Distant Job. People have asked me, like, why can't I just get the number that Glassdoor says on their public website for my kind of role for this position? Well, Glassdoor usually uses average numbers depending on public job posts for positions in the United States or remotely within the United States. And you should know that the United States has a very high cost of living. So if you're gonna be paying $3,000 worth of rent every month, then of course you're gonna need like a bigger salary than if you're paying $200 in some country in Latin America. You're going to need a bigger salary, and people are going to have to pay a little bit more just so that they can pay a living wage. And there comes the value of money and what I was telling you about. When you go into an international market and when you start thinking about international opportunities, you should also see that if they're willing to pay that much, they're probably gonna go with their neighbors, because they can ask them out for a cup of coffee, or they can bring them into their office. And the reason they go international is because they want their company to be competitive. They want talent that is diverse, that comes with new ideas, that has experience in different areas, that will be able to fit with their team from anywhere, that has the flexibility and power that remote work has, and at the same time that they can make the best out of their budget. So that means that maybe they will be able to hire 2 people for the same budget that they would get 1 person in the United States. And those 2 people can get a wage that will get them better things and more stuff because the cost of living in their countries is lower. So, what I mean is that, like, the number that you get from your cost of living, say somewhere in New York, will make your money worth a little less. Regretfully, that makes also that your profile will be less competitive. And still, you will be able to find opportunities because companies have different goals. And as remote work has been booming and growing in the industry for the past 10 years, then also people have started to realize that they can live their best lives in what that means for them specifically. I know people who travel a lot and they like living in different countries here and there, or who don't even have a rental house because they are fine with going through one hotel to another. Their cost of living will be completely different from other people who, say, want to live close to their families, want to have a place for their children to play, and live in a country where the weather is really nice, and things like that. Things that you should value about your life, and you should consider at the moment of deciding what your income should look like. So I guess what I'm getting at is you should have goals, and you should have a very clear standard of what you need. But you shouldn't ask me to tell you what you need, because I am not responsible for you. You are. And you have all the tools that you need already. You just need to look at them. You just need to make an active effort to look at it and be like, okay, look, this would make me really happy. If I had this much, I could do, my normal living and also help my mom. What does that mean for you? In terms of getting paid, if you're going to get local benefits, what is that worth for you? And in the international market, if they're offering a different package of benefits and it's not the same kind of benefits, what are those worth for you? How much more money do you need to cover those benefits on your own? So those are questions that you need to ask early and that you need to know before you go to the next stages. So if you want to know more about what it means to have different costs of living, or what it means to have international competitiveness, or how your money will make it to you if you're working remotely, and what decisions you should make in terms of your taxes and and managing your income, as well as any other questions you may have about how to do well in this industry, please feel free to let me know. At Distant Job, we care a lot about making people happy because it is in our business's best interest that people are in the right job. Jobs that make them happy, where they have stability, where they're getting paid well and on time. So, that's it for today, and I'm happy to talk again in the future.